What's going on, guys? If you haven't noticed in the background, BMW's gone and didn't sell it, but it is actually at its new home now, which is a garage about 5 minutes away from my house. So yeah, I'm really pumped. Finally got a place to be able to work on this thing and other projects. I've had it for about a week or so now. Just been setting it up and getting everything organized. Got the car in there now, it's on dolly, so I got the rest of the stuff in my truck, got tools in my truck, and about to head over there and show you guys and yeah, get to work. Got a lot of stuff to do. Got to pull the motor and trans, fix a lot of leaks and other stuff that's wrong with it, and get it back on the road and on the track as soon as possible. All right, guys, well, we just rolled up here and I got the unit open. I got the my canopy set up because I'm about to start working. I'm gonna back the truck up, but figured I could show you guys first and give more space. So without further ado, this is what we got. Nice little one car garage space, 10 by 20. It's going to really make things a lot easier for me to work on this and other projects in the future, bikes, quads, whatever it may be, whatever I want to pick up. So yeah, I've got a shelf in the back that's gonna get filled up fairly quickly. Engine hoist, I put that together the other day. Just grabbed this nice table to work with. Car's currently on dollies right now. It's gonna be a lot easier to move it around with it on dollies, so I can literally push it in the corner when I'm not working directly on the car. And it's just gonna make life way easier future-wise too. I got everything, my jacks and jack stands, everything I need right there. Picked up this little rolling seat and a creeper. So yeah, I'm gonna unload. I'm gonna back my truck up to about here so I can use the tailgate too, in the back of the bed. And yeah, I'm gonna finish organizing everything. I got my bin here. It's got my little flex core welder in it and a couple other things. So I'm just gonna unload all this stuff, get it set up on the shelves because that'll all stay here from now, and start digging into this thing. I really want to get the motor pulled out as soon as possible, so that is going to be the goal, is to get the whole front end taken apart or get it on jack stands as high as I can, get the whole front end taken apart and start fixing stuff, find leaks, find anything wrong with it, and go ahead and take care of it while it's out, because once the motor goes back in the car, I don't want to have to take it out for a while. So yeah, I'm excited and gonna get to it. All right, guys, little update. So we got the whole front support, front bash bar, front support that holds everything in place. Headlights, airlocks, all that is out. So now just got to work on getting the radiator out, and then once that's out, I will get the jack under it, get it really high up in the air on jack stands as high as I can. I think I'm only going to lift the front. I think I'm going to leave the back just on dollies because it's high enough and I don't really need to mess with anything in the back. Like, I just need to get to the front or the back of the transmission, but it shouldn't be that far back once I get the jacks, because I'm going to set the jack stands up to go underneath like the back part of the back tire. So see what happens. We're going to keep getting the radiator out next, and then yeah, get it all up on jack stands and ready to get this motor and trans out, moving along fairly nicely so far. So I'm pumped on that, but gonna keep on trucking. All right, guys, just figured I'd give you a quick update before I close up tonight. So last I said, we got the front support all apart, which is still apart. Excuse my flashlight. Radiator's still in, but we got all the fluid out of it. I have to disconnect these two lines for the power steering tomorrow. I got the exhaust off, actually, it's sitting right there. So exhaust is off. I got to pull the rest of the radiator tomorrow. I just got to go and grab another bucket or two for draining fluids out, and then yeah, just once the radiator's off, be able to take the trans mounts off. Obviously got to take the drive shaft out or just disconnect it from the trans, and then shift linkage, and then just there's a couple other things. I got to disconnect fuel line, power steering, all that good jazz, and then she will be ready to come out. So get back at it tomorrow and keep going when it's daylight outside and not dark and when I can't see anything. Well, we have a change of plans. So for the last update I gave you guys last night, plan was to come in today and get the rest of the motor undone, trans, everything like that, get everything unhooked, get the motor and trans out of the car today. That was what I really, really wanted to do. But I failed to remember that, and I usually do this, that today's a holiday, it's Easter, and no stores are open on major holidays. So that completely went over my head. So yeah, can't get the leveler for the hoist. So what I'm gonna do is get everything out to the point where all I have to do is hook up the hoist to the motor and trans and pull it out the front. So the goal now is to get everything apart that needs to come disconnected to where I can literally just come in here once I get the leveler, hook it up, pull it out. So yeah, that's where we're gonna start going to. I got a couple more buckets and some stuff for bolts, and then any other fluids that might be under the car where I can't get a 5-gallon bucket underneath it. So we're gonna get to work. Let's do it. Well, the entire front end is officially apart, but definitely not without its complications. So this power steering hose, the plastic piece that pushes these tabs down, the second I touched it, it pretty much crumpled into a bunch of pieces. So very, very difficult to pretty much bend those tabs in one at a time while also maneuvering it and getting at the right angle. Just wasn't fun, but got it off, got everything out, radiators off to the side. So like I said, the whole front end is done now. I did take out the drive shaft. I was just gonna unbolt it from the trans and just move it out of the way, but it just ended up becoming more of a pain in the butt than I thought. So I just unbolted the entire thing and took it out. So now I have to finish doing the shift linkage, get that all done, and then it's just disconnecting the power steering from the rack, disconnecting fuel lines, and then motor mounts, trans mounts, and out she goes. So gonna get a leveler for my hoist so I can actually get the motor out of here and trans, and then next time I come back over here I should be able to hopefully get everything out and not have to wait any longer. So that's the goal. Just wanted to fill you guys in and let you know how it's going. But I mean, first time ever doing this, so I'm learning as I go and can't complain. It's a learning experience, and when it's all said and done, I will know the whole insides and out of this car, which is only going to benefit me in the long run. So on to the next day. Motor and trans are officially out of the car, and I am so hyped about that. Wasn't the easiest, wasn't very hard though. Shout out my boy Bruno. He came over and helped me out, helped me get this thing out. So now I can start wrenching on it, get the motor and trans separated, get this motor on an engine stand and start digging into it. I have a bunch of parts that I need to order, but I want to start taking it apart and verify everything before I start ordering parts. So yeah, next step is to get this thing on a stand. I'm gonna get the car. We actually had to lower the front subframe to get the engine to clear. So I want to bolt that back up, get the car back down on the ground and kind of move it a little bit more so I can have more room here. Gonna definitely get a couple more other things to just help me out with working. Probably gonna grab another table, just stuff like that. But for now, just gonna start ripping into this thing. Obviously on a different day when I have more daylight, but I just was super stoked to get this thing out of the car, and he was able to stop by today after work and help me out. So definitely stoked on that. And yeah, just gonna keep on wrenching on from here.